Hi guys, today I'm going to show you one of my favorite recipes, Khatta, Meetha, Baingan, which translates to sweet and sour aubergines. Now this recipe came from my mother and it takes about 30 minutes to make and is such a treat midweek. Now I've got baby aubergines which I've slit sort of twice, holding the top intact. I'm going to show you firstly how to do that. So you hold the top in its place, cut it once one way and then again crisscross so you get almost like a little flower with the top intact. Back it goes in the pan. I'm going to finish that off. Drop about a tablespoon of oil into this and then salt, say about half a teaspoon worth. Now you want to give this a good stir, making sure you're mixing all that oil and salt through nicely. And what we're going to do with this sabzi is, instead of frying the aubergines, which takes forever and uses a lot of oil, I'm going to shove these in the oven to roast for 20 minutes. All you have to do is make sure you turn them to the opposite side once halfway through cooking. Look at those lovely aubergines. This oven's at about 200 degrees centigrade and it's been preheating, so it's nice and hot. In the meantime, while the aubergines are cooking, I've got about a ping pong size bowl of tamarind and I've got that soaking in about half a pint of freshly boiled water. These beautifully roasted aubergines are now sizzling and they're out of the oven. It's taken me about 20 minutes, but depending on your oven, it could be 25 minutes or even 30. What you've got to look forward to is that they've collapsed and that the little sections have almost, oop, I just broke one. The little sections have almost separated from each other. You'll see them in separate parts. So, time to get on with the recipe. In goes your oil on a medium-high heat. Now the oil's hot and sizzling around the spoon nicely. I can see it. I'm going to drop in a pinch of asafoetida, which is going to add a really lovely oniony, garlicky flavor to the aubergines. Then I've got here Bengali 5-spice mix, which is amazing and really kills 5 birds with one stone. Bengali Panch Phoron is also used in Odia and it comprises fenugreek seed, nigella, black mustard seeds, fennel seeds and cumin in equal quantities. In they go, along with 2 red chilies for a little subtle spice kick. Now you'll see that sizzling up in the hot oil and we don't want this to burn. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put in our tamarind water. Now what I've been doing with this is stirring it while it was soaking, so you can see it's got this lovely dark color and actually it's quite tangy as well. So I'm going to strain it through here. Be careful doing this because of course it's going to sizzle as it should. Listen to that, beautiful. Get all your lovely juices out of your tamarind and you'll see here the beginnings of a chutney almost. And let that bubble away. Bring it down to about a medium so you don't burn anything. And just as it settles, I'm going to toss in palm sugar. Now this is palm sugar gur, which I've scraped off a giant block with much agony. But of course, if you don't have this, you could also use light brown muscovado sugar, dark brown muscovado sugar, or any form of raw cane sugar. In that goes. I'm going to get that diluted in the tamarind sauce and just keep that bubbling for it to thicken and turn into that lovely chutney sauce. This has been bubbling away for about 5 minutes and you'll see it's really sort of tightened up as a chutney. Now is a good time to give it a little taste test to make sure you're happy with how sugary it is, how tangy it is. I'm Bengali, so I like my things sweet. So I'm going to go in with a little bit more of palm sugar. This is entirely up to you. Adjust the taste as you would like it. Now, once that's stirred through lovely and beautiful, you can drop in your roasted aubergines. So there goes one. They just need to stay in there soaking up those juices for another 5 minutes or so. Now you could absolutely whack up the flame now to a higher one just to get the dish finished off quickly. Notice I haven't added salt yet, and that's because the aubergines already have salt in them, so that's the thing you want to do right at the end. And there you have it. It's taken a good 10 more minutes for me to dry that curry out right to the chutney texture I wanted. But again, this is entirely up to your own taste preference. Now, I haven't had to add any extra salt, but do taste again and add it to whatever you fancy. I like keeping a little bit of curry because it's really lovely mopped into roti. You could, of course, start making the sauce while your aubergines are still roasting. By all means, go ahead and do that because it's going to cut your cooking time right down even further. Now, all I have left to do is give this a little taste test to make sure it's as delicious as it should be. That is fantastic. Almost like a warm aubergine chutney. A really quick midweek sabzi to get on with after a hard day's work. I hope you've enjoyed watching this. If you have, don't forget to subscribe and please leave me a comment to tell me what you thought. Thank you.